a Caterham K series? Well, it's a Caterham 7 powered by a 1400cc Rover K series as seen in the latest Rover 114, the Metro as was. And these cars all identical in specification, and here with these ultra lightweight Caterham chassis and the substantial horsepower of the K series engine, some very exciting racing. It's rather Dennis Autier, car number 5. Got his indicators on for reasons best known to himself, and a big lock up there for Damon Dance in number 7. It's action all the way with these guys, and a commentator's nightmare. And white flags are out, which means a slow-moving course car. The leaders carry on, no overtaking for the moment until they pass it. Oh, here's the battle for third. Oh, a big lock up from Damon Dance. He goes down a spot, and up a spot goes David Clark, which makes him third, fourth, fifth by my reckoning. And here comes the leader. Dudfield was third at the head of that squabbling pack, ahead of Dennis Autier, David Clark and Damon Dance. Snetterton in Norfolk for round 3 of the Caterham K Series Challenge. These Caterham cars using Rover's K Series 1.4 litre engine. And, well, slightly damp patches still on the track. The red lights are on, they go green, away they go. A fairly even start, everybody trying to feed in the horsepower. And riding with Warren Gilbert, he started third on the grid, didn't get away very well, and contact there, just a little rub going into the first corner. That won't help his case either. So, relatively free of the normal first corner bumping and boring as they accelerate down Revit straight. 20 at the moment. Damon Dance loses a place. Howard Redhouse, number 53, goes past him, and he qualified 9th, so he's having a great race. Lost a bit of his number plate, probably gets stopped by the police on the way home. Warren Gilbert, our cameraman, right with them. And he's right in the middle of this one. Oh, contact again. You could just see the tyre smoke as the fiberglass arch rubbed on the wheel there. But somehow they both kept it together. But they lost momentum. 200ths and no seconds behind him, the same time for both drivers. Fantastic. Some twitching from Richard Force as he tries to keep Clark behind him, but David Clark in the Dayglow machine, number 1, really got the drop on the rest of the field there, and surges from third to first as they come out of the first turn. Now into Sear, the second right-hand. Castle Combe for round 7 of the Caterham K Series Challenge. What contact? So the lead quartet now it is, starting to pull away a little bit as the other battles develop down the field. Cars kicking up the dust as they use all the road and more. 7 Damon Dance and 77 Mark Griffiths side by side, and our man VJ has now caught the group ahead of him and looking to pick up a place into quarry. That is 77 Mark Griffiths. Mark, Kane, Taylor, Redhouse, yes indeed it is. And then through goes our battle with our man VJ Angelo on the back of it there. Yes he did, slightly lighter, Ross Bygrave, the yellow car. 44, VJ Angelo chasing down this leading pack as it is. A very large leading pack, but a leading pack all the same. You can see David Clark's car has still got its road number plates on the front. Not only does he enjoy himself racing it at the weekend, but he clearly enjoys going out for a bit of a blast to keep them entertained. But I would imagine there might be words about that later, and VJ Angelo loses it. Second, Taylor in 4th. Leading group behind them is Dennis Autier, and then 22. There are Damon Dance and Mark Griffiths, still hard at it. Good boys. And then Stephen Worley in 22, haranguing Damon Dance. So Damon Dance has really come on strong. But it's the battle behind them. Everybody is 5th. Absolutely everybody is 5th. It looks maybe as though the red nose of 22, Stephen Worley, got ahead. He did from Damon Dance. And front row of the grid, Keane and Woodcock. We're with Gerry Taylor, car number 8 on the outside of the third row of the grid, the 5th fastest in this race. The front 2 men on the grid from the main race do not have to race here. They have the fastest 2 times in qualifying. They get through. Everybody else It's a scramble for positions. This is qualifying again. Very slow away, really missing that gear shift quite badly. Damon Dance drifts past. Damon Dance picks up a place on the run up to the checkered flag. The Bank Holiday Monday, Mallory Park, and the Caterham K Series Challenge reaches round 9. On pole position, number 1, David Clark on the left-hand side of the picture, won the earlier race in the afternoon. Alongside him, Michael Woodcock, the yellow car, number 12. Damon Dance in the middle of the field, finding his way through the puddles into the first corner. And a number of them already finding their way out onto the... So Gerry Taylor down in 5th. We ride now with Damon Dance. Windscreen wipers going. As he looks down the inside, picks up the place there from 69, Niels Baker. Oh, but traditional Mallory Park hairpin collision there. Always the case, if you go wide and leave the door open, somebody will come inside. Well, drifting out over the curbs on the power too early, I'm afraid, for the 53, Howard Redhouse. Across the road, hard on the brakes, looking over his shoulder. Oh dear, the dump. And a very early bath for Howard Redhouse. This series ready to go here at Cadwell Park. A very demanding circuit and a very tight getaway from the grid. Good starts at the front, but all mudguards flying everywhere in the midfield. Well, already some naked wheels heading up before they even get... Now he cuts across to the outside for the best braking and turn-in point. Third place is 8, Gerry Taylor from the Caterham Ks. And number 5, Dennis Otier, with a puff of smoke, just locking the left front wheel as it comes off weight in the left-hander there. So down they come then to the foot of the mountain. Number 3, Walk, coming through the Woodland circuit. There he went, the blue and yellow car, number 61, and a couple of spots behind him. Much about it either. Oh dear, no, and off goes Locke, and a big pile-up. Oh dear, only indeed, behind the current leader, Michael Caine. Matthew Marsh in 5th place. Matthew Marsh, the one-time commentator, commodity broker now, lives in Hong Kong. Jets in to have fun with the boys in his Caterham. Jealous me? I don't think so. Battle for the lead continues though, never mind all that. Michael Caine with Simon Harris as close as he's ever been. Well, Caine really resisting the pressure superbly here. Matthew Marsh in the 33 car, just ahead of Damon Dance, number 7 there, and Marsh looking to go for 4th. Still the top 4 the same as they were. Everybody very, very close now after that restart. Final lap of Cadwell Park for Michael Caine and Simon Harris. 2.17 miles to go. Michael Caine always seems to be able to take the lead back here along Park Straight. Now, can Harris learn from his earlier mistakes? He's going around the outside this time, he's ahead. This time he has the better line and he's ahead. And Michael Caine in danger perhaps of losing second to Gerry Taylor. Well, the lead changing, and perhaps irrevocably this time, Michael Caine has not too often passed anywhere else. Simon Harris, as they come down the hill, in the lead. Half a lap to go. Harris with a new lap record under his belt. Not bad for a newcomer to the Caterham K Series Challenge. Michael Caine following, line astern, looking for some chance to pass. Oh dear, 36, Peter Mangan throws away a few places here on the last lap. But I don't think that Simon Harris will. I'm sure Michael Caine won't be too worried if he finishes where he is now. He'll tie up the championship here at Cadwell. And unless some disaster strikes even now, I'm sure he'd still roll home with enough points. Simon Harris wins it, Michael Caine second. Gerry Taylor perennially third ahead of Damon Dance, who outshuffled Matthew Marsh on the final lap for 4th. Marsh 5th ahead of Michael Woodcock. So here is Simon Harris, helmet off and all smiles as he receives the winner's garland. Great job to win that race from the experienced drivers behind him, but Michael Caine did all he needed to do, winning the championship from David Clark.